Tasha here with Butterfield Alpaca Ranch and the Butterfield Alpacas and Fiber Arts podcast. This is a special vlog in celebration of the solar eclipse, which is happening right now. I actually live just shy of the pathway for the solar eclipse, but I'm going to get 99% of the eclipse. So I'm not going to see the total, I don't know, all the special stuff that happens right in the path, but it is going to be dark here, and I'm hanging out at the ranch, partly because I was really curious about how the animals were going to react. So the way the eclipse is working is it's about an hour and a half leading up to the actual darkest part, like the climax of the eclipse when the moon is fully in front of the sun. And right now we are about 20 minutes away from that climax. So what's happened so far, we got Bridget here wanting to see what's going on with the camera. So far nothing really out of the ordinary because it's still sunny. I can tell there is a bit of a difference. There is a subtle difference. The trees started looking a little different in terms of the shadows. Let me see if I can show you that. So the shadows that are on the trees, now, yes, there's always shadows, especially, you know, on a bright sunny day like we're having today. However, those shadows are not really distinct, and it's kind of a more muddled, deeper shadow. So I'm just, by being here and knowing what these trees look like at this time of day normally, or in the middle of the day normally, that this is different. I can tell there's something just a little bit different going on. As you can see, we do have clouds in the sky. The local weatherman did say, just to let you know, there are going to be clouds. It's not going to be a thick layer. It's not going to completely block the view of the sun, but it might be kind of hazy. It might interfere just slightly. So you can tell we do have those types of clouds here that he's talking about, but there's also these areas where we could have a nice clear view. Now the sun is right about there. I'm not going to look at it with my camera because I don't have the right kind of lens. I don't want to damage it, but for the most part, it's really looking like a normal kind of day. But like I said, the shadows are starting to look a little different. You can tell there's something a little bit different going on. And the girls are acting totally normal, like it's a normal day. So what's going to happen here in about 20 minutes, the climax, we are going to have total darkness for about 2 minutes. So that's the point when it's going to be interesting what the alpacas do, because that's when things really change. And so what I've been reading is that the animals are going to act like they would at night. So hopefully you'll get to see that. Now usually at night I can't really film very well. I don't have the right kind of equipment to be doing that and showing you how they act at night. Hopefully they'll start to do that and I'll be able to show you some of it. And after that climax, again, there's another hour and a half of kind of like this. So we'll kind of see how it goes. We are now 11 minutes from total eclipse, the climax of the eclipse, and the girls are starting to behave like it's in the evening and they're getting ready for it to be nighttime. So at night, the alpacas are very calm, and I guess when they sleep, they cush and they might rest their head on the ground, like extend their neck out and rest it on the ground in front of them. And the girls are acting really calm. No one's out there yet, but inside, let's go take a look. Alright, so here we have more who are relaxed. We got one, Lucy. Behind Joy is Sophie. Let's see, Sonata, Fanny, Gus. So this is what they do. They'll all cush and be chewing their cud like Lucy here. She says, what? You talking about me? Yeah, so they'll chew their cud and just relax. Sophie's doing it. I was here the other night, and every single animal in this group, which is 17, were in the barn, cushed, and doing this. She cushed on cue for you. And now, let's see if she'll chew her cud too. This is Cat Sarah. Not chewing her cud yet. But this is what they'll do. Okay, let's go back outside. Now outside things are getting, I don't know if eerie is the right word. It's just really strange because you're used to the sun setting, you know, on the horizon, and certain shadows and types of darkness start to happen. It's just like the normal thing that happens. But when the sun is right up above your head and the sunlight's going away, things look really different. And it must be the casting of the shadows are different, and so it looks odd. I mean, the sky is it's dim. It really is like someone turned down the brightness of the sun. It truly is what it's like. And they said at time of total eclipse, the temperature difference could be 20 degrees. That's how much cooler it could be. And it's definitely gotten cooler. It feels really nice. It was pretty warm earlier. Let's see, I think today's high was 85, 87 or something like that. It's definitely not that now. Definitely is a lot more comfortable. Let's see, we just got, yeah, that's Charla. Let's see who we got over here. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I love watching them eat. I think it's so cute. Yeah. Okay, so total eclipse time is almost here. Well, thankfully, okay, just 2 minutes before total eclipse, there is a break in the clouds. And like I said, I can't get it on video because I don't want to ruin the camera, but I'll be able to see the eclipse really well. But take a look at how much darker it's getting. And an unusual sight, I just saw some birds fly around near the barn here, and I usually don't see them acting this way around here. I mean, look at those colors. I mean, the greens are just kind of odd, and the blue is more vibrant. The clouds look different. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up, but it's just, I mean, I'm not one to use the word eerie very much because it's not like a scary kind of thing. It's just really kind of fascinating more than anything. So the sun is right up there, and you can see how, look at all the cloud cover back there. Thankfully right now I don't have that. Here we got, see how much yellow things look? The colors, the hues of the colors are just a bit off. It's not like, you know, normal times of the day, not even sunset or sunrise. It's just a bit different. Here's Joy going, okay, what's happening out there? I don't know, Joy. Alright, so here it goes. So you could tell I do not have the solar glasses. I'm not fond of the idea of looking at the sun even with glasses. So, remember making things like this back in grade school, or if you ever were in grade school when an eclipse happened. So So I just made myself one of these viewers where you're basically looking at the light cast, I guess it would be. And I can tell something's happening. Now we're on the back end of the total eclipse, and it's starting to get bright again. Now the climax was not as dark as I had expected it to be. They said it would be dark for about 2 minutes, and there was a type of darkness, and hopefully you caught some of that in the video earlier, but it's starting to brighten up, kind of like you can tell the sun's coming back. And as for the animals, none of them during the eclipse started to go out to pasture here. You can see them kind of scattered about. And I mean, typically this time of day, it's what they're going to do. They're behaving almost like what they do first thing in the morning when the sun comes up, because they want to go out to graze. But everyone is like alert and eating. Everyone who is cushed inside has gotten up, and I think those are the last 2 girls that were in the barn. Everyone else has come out already, and they're looking around going, all right, what do we want to do now? So to me, they're acting more like first thing in the morning. So interestingly, before the eclipse, they're acting like what they would in the evening, cushing and chewing their cud, and now they're acting like what they do in the mornings, which is they get up and they go out and graze. Thanks for joining me today at the ranch. While the temps are still fairly cool, I'm going to finish some of my chores, and I'm going to go visit the boys. So they probably did the same thing as the girls. See, I guess they do that in the morning too. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.